Well, good morning, folks. My name's Tom Depperschmidt. Um, I'm here to tell you a little bit about Relay for Life. Been at this for, got involved with the Relay for Life back in 1996. I guess it all started, I'm with Prudential Denning Beard Realtors. I've been a real estate agent since 1993. How our company got involved, about February of 1995, my wife was diagnosed with cancer. It was kind of a blow. I remember when we first went into the first treatment, you look around and you're thinking, we're not supposed to be here. This happens to everybody else. And then about a couple of months, then she died in November of 95. Then about March of 1996, a lady from another real estate company came to our office and gave her a presentation about, Relay for Life, and explained it to all of us. We thought, well, that sounds like a really pretty good cause. And there had been other people in the company that they're either spouses or relative or a friend had been diagnosed with cancer and families had suffered through it. I think the latest one was my wife had passed away November of the previous year. And so we thought this would be something really interesting to get involved with. First several years, we just had tons of people involved. And what we liked about it, it's everybody gets together. But over the years, we've been at this. Our company's been at it since 1996. Next year would be our 19th year. The Relay for Life, sometimes it's hard to explain to people. You have so many fundraisers. Basically, it's trying to help others through what you do and what you give. Relay for Life is an event that the money is raised ahead of time through fundraisers. We have a lot of captains meetings. It's a celebration of life over the years. I'm sure that probably if the progress that's been made from cancer research, my wife might be still living today. The Relay for Life is mostly about people gathering together. You're trying to help those that have suffered through cancers, the survivors, trying to remember those who have died from cancer and try to support the families. It's we have a lot of meetings, get together, and here I am talking. It's still, I'm sorry, I tried to laugh a little bit. It's something that we got involved with, and we just do this every year. And there's so many events. It's something that I think a lot of us do. I just keep rambling on here, but it's hard to explain how this really works. It's really a fundraiser for cancer research. The money you raise, you don't know where it goes, who you're helping out, but you know it's helping somebody in the long run. That helps out a lot. And basically the Relay for Life, we starts about 6 o'clock in the evening. And actually we've raised our money ahead of time. And we do fundraisers there at the Relay for Life itself. It started out about 1985 or 1988, I believe. Gentlemen, used to run 24 hours. But now it's cut back, runs from 6 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock in the morning. They have a bunch of survivors. The survivors do a victory lap. That's how it starts out. And mostly every year, what's really touching this past year, they had a bagpiper walked around the track in front of survivors. Really touching. I mean, that's one of the most moving ceremonies. And the survivors are smiling. I start thinking about it. Sorry, I got to stop here. I get a little teary-eyed. I kind of think about those survivors, what they've been through. Oh, I can't believe I do this. But anyway, it's just a good feeling that you have helped these people survive a tough situation. Because I can remember when my wife was going through, every day she'd say she was fine, and I knew she wasn't. They must go through terrible things, but these are survivors, and we're applauding them, we're clapping for them, they're walking around, and we have no idea what they went through. And after the survivor lap, Each team has members, and we walk the track all night long. A team member walks on the track for about an hour. You can walk as long as you want, as much as you want. There's a symbolism in it. When you start the walk and you go into the sunset, you're emphasizing that how the cancer victim has realized they have been diagnosed with cancer. And as it gets darker, it goes through the night. And as you get towards the midnight, you start really getting tired. And as it gets to the middle of the night, it symbolizes what they're going through with the tough times of the cancer diagnosis and the treatments. And you keep going on through the night. As you're walking, I mean, you're really tired. I've learned over the years, though, you pace yourself. I feel so sorry when we have new teams. They're out there, and boy, they're enthusiastic at the beginning, and they're laughing and going around. I said, you guys better pace yourself. It's a long night, and it really is. And you do think about it. We have no idea what a cancer victim goes through their treatments and their long suffering. So that's the symbolism of walking all night long, and you're tired, but it makes you think about what they have been through, what they're going through. And then as the sun comes up in the morning, that's the symbolism of they have either been cured from the cancer or they have gone through remission. It's really a good feeling, but it's like I said, the enthusiasm at the beginning is all really great, but in the morning you are really, really tired and you don't realize it. I guess a few other things I think about, I guess it bothers me, and the reason we keep doing it too is because every one of us we have families, we have friends, we have relatives, and I look at them and I know the suffering they're going through. I understand well, I don't think you can ever understand what a victim goes through. You do understand what the families, the relatives, and friends go through. I understand it. I don't know how they feel. I wish I could go up to them and say, hey, things will be okay. You'll get through this. It's really tough. But you do the best you can. I've had some thoughts over the years, and you think, well, why do you keep doing it? Well, just a couple of weeks ago, someone in our office came up and they were in tears. And it was a very close relative of theirs that they had diagnosed with cancer. And that really bothered me. And I explained to him Relay for Life, and I said to myself, that's why we do it. We're doing it for Mary, or we're doing it for Joe. We're doing it for a young child that has been through it. And I mentioned to people, I said, you got to raise the money, and the more you raise, it's the help, but it's really not in how much you give, which is important, but you think about the good that comes out of what you give. That's what's nice about the whole thing. Guys, if you watch this and you've been at the Relay for Life and you keep doing it, don't ever give up the fight. Don't do that, because I know I don't look at the statistics much, but I know we have made great strides in helping out in what we do. So we that are healthy, we got to keep on. We got to keep doing this. And people ask me, how long are you going to do this? I said, I guess as long as I'm able to set up a tent site and do fundraisers. It's just a great thing. And now I'm getting to the point I don't know what else to say. I just... But the Relay for Life is just a great thing, guys, that you got to get involved with. And it's tough. It's getting tough anymore to get team members, because every week you have a 5K run for this, you have a golf tournament, but it's something you believe in. Everything's a good cause. Everything's a great cause. I think cancer is really a major sickness or an illness that we really got to keep battling. And I see strides where it's really working. A lot of friends, a lot of relatives. Whenever I see a young child or some ladies walking with a turban on her head. I want to go up to them and talk to them and and tell them how proud I am of them of fighting what they're going through. But it's hard to go up to them and you don't want to just go up and say, I'm sorry what you're going through. You want to encourage them. I guess that's what you want to do. You have to encourage them. But anything Relay for Life, I hope when I'm long gone, I may be doing this for another 10 years. I don't know. It's just, I think we're here on earth to do all the good we can. That's what we got to do. Relay for Life is a big thing in my life. I think it should be a big thing in everybody's life. And you that do the fundraisers, if you get discouraged, you wonder why can't we do this better? Why? It doesn't matter. You just got to keep doing what you got to do and spread the message to everyone else out there. And a lot of people, I think we're getting better. A lot of people don't realize what Relay for Life is. It's just giving hope and giving faith to those who need it. They need our support. We have to remember those who have died from cancer. We have to remember those who are the survivors. And we got to support those who are fighting the big thing. That's what it's all about. That's funny. When I start talking about it, I can't believe I'm thinking of this. When I start thinking about it, it bothers me when I understand what cancer victims are going through. You can probably tell me right now, I'm getting choked up about it. I'm sorry, folks. This is crazy. This is not. But I guess when you think about it, that's why you do this. I think about on the way here. I thought about my wife and what she went through. But it's interesting. Before that all happened, I guess I didn't even think about cancer victims, what the Relay for Life was, what the American Cancer Society was about. And you don't want to say, well, if any good came out of what all I've experienced, the good that came out of it, I've learned how to appreciate what people did for me when I went through this. I think a lot of this I do because I can't ever repay back to society. Like I said, and I don't mean my wife's dying was something that it's hard to explain, but you think of the good side of things sometimes. I realize what families and friends and relatives of cancer victims are going through. I understand that. And I wish I could explain to them, you guys, things will be okay. You got the thing, you got to run the good race, you got to fight the fight. You can't give up. And sometimes you hate to say it doesn't work out. But that's not the point. You got to give hope to those that are really trying and keep going. And I guess that's why a lot of times I personally keep at it, and I hope a lot of people keep at it because it's a long road for families, friends, relatives. Like I said, we have no idea what the cancer victims go through, but we got to support them. We got to give them time and have them get through it. So I just want people to keep working with the Relay for Life. It's a very, very important fundraiser for cancer victims. It's their signature event. I mean, there's so many fundraisers, but there's not a day goes by that we probably don't hear from someone, friend, relatives, or family that has been stricken with cancer. So let's fight the good fight and let's keep up running the good race and walking the walk, okay?